Hello, welcome to the CricCut Podcast. My name is Sai, also known as SS Gulapudi Music, and I'm here with Pranavish, who is known as Eye Catching Productions. Make sure to subscribe, and our links will be in the description of this video. In this episode of our podcast, we'll talk about the second test between England and India. So without further ado, let's begin. Let's move on to the toss. England won the toss and chose to bowl, which is interesting because from what they saw at the WTC, England maybe thought they can do what New Zealand did and bowl them out for a smaller total, like 200, and have the upper hand. I think that was the process behind it. Now let's move on to India's first innings batting and England's first innings bowling. Their batting was pretty good as Rohit and KL had a very good partnership worth 126. Then soon later, Kohli comes and scores 42 before getting out. And lastly, Pant has a cameo of 37 and Jadeja hits a well-made 40 runs. Hats off to KL for 129 and Rohit's 83, which really helped India get a respectable total of 364.
I mean, our batsmen did disappoint on day two with having, I think, 3 wickets falling in the first session. Like, it was kind of not expected. And then I guess thanks to Jadeja, he added some crucial 40 runs along with Rishabh Pant.
And moving on, England's bowling was good all around, with Anderson's fifer and Ollie Robinson and Mark Wood having 2 wickets. And lastly, Moeen Ali with 1 wicket. Nothing too bad from England, but I'd say Sam Curran could have done a bit better, maybe less expensive, and maybe he could have gotten a wicket as well. But it was a hard day for Sam Curran. He was getting hit for boundaries as well. So yeah, it was a hard day for him. Let's move on to England's first innings batting and India's first innings bowling. England's batting was pretty good as well, but then again, it's showing that the opening partnership needs a change. What do you think, right? Because the opening partnership only lasted 23. Whereas if you look at India's, they last over 100 runs.
Yeah.
So I think it needs to change.
They don't have a lot of openers. Actually, no. They should promote Hamid to open. And then Joe Root could be at number 3.
I think Joe Root is fine at number 4. I just think they just need a different pair for the opener.
Or bring in Zach Crawley at number 3, and then Joe Root can be at number 4. And then I think other than that, it's pretty good.
And then Rory Burns hits 49 before getting LBW by Shami. Unfortunately, he missed his 50. But then Hasib Hamid has a shocker and gets out on the golden duck. That was a very surprising thing. And after that, Joe Root hits a fabulous knock of 180 not out, unbeaten. Amazing knock. And to follow that, Johnny Bairstow gets a 50 as well. And in the end, England had a monstrous total of 391. That is a very good total.
The only disappointment that I had was Sam Curran getting golden duck in first innings.
Yeah.
Further in the second innings too, which was shocked me completely. I was like, this is Sam Curran.
Yeah, this test match was not, Sam Curran was not in form, I guess, but he's obviously a good player. I think he'll do better in the next
game. You can't say that technically. He did do one good thing for England, which will come in third innings.
Let's move on to India's second innings batting and England's second innings bowling. India's batting again was good, but this time from a different perspective. KL and Rohit did not score much. They got out without scoring. Pujara hit the resilient knock of 45, but missed his 50, unfortunately. And his partnership with Rahane was exactly what India needed, a wicketless session. As you said before, they lost 3 wickets on day 2 without scoring. I mean, obviously, but exactly what India needed. They needed a wicketless session, and that's what they got, as Rahane got 61. Then later, Shami and Bumrah were out of syllabus for England, and they became the stars of the show as Shami hits a 50, and with Bumrah, he has an unbeaten 89-run partnership. This sets England for a total of 272 runs to win the test match.
Highest 9th wicket partnership was 89 runs against England.
Oh, wow. India. That's a record-breaking stat. And to move on, England. Keep going.
Okay, yeah, England's bowling. I was gonna do that. So what I was gonna say was the only good thing that Sam Curran did this match was actually get Virat Kohli's wicket, because if you saw how Virat Kohli was playing, surprisingly he was mostly going for boundaries, which was really surprising because he hit like 4 fours or something, and
I think
he
it
got
was
out for
mainly
20 runs.
because they had 2 days to do 2 innings, right? And
Yep.
obviously India wasn't scoring, so Kohli needed to go on the more aggressive side. But yeah,
Yep.
into
Which was good, except like Sam Curran got him out. So like
yeah,
if that didn't happen, then India could have been the match could have been a draw, to be honest.
true,
If India scored a lot.
yeah. And moving on, England's bowling was not too bad. Mark Wood, being the lead wicket taker with the three for Robinson and Moeen Ali taking 2 wickets, and Sam Curran obviously getting Kohli, which is his first wicket of the match and the series as well. Now on to the last innings. England's second innings batting, India's second innings bowling. Their batting had a major collapse throughout the whole game, starting with the two openers. They've got 2 ducks in the first 2 overs of the game. Again, they need a change. And then Shami performing with the bat, and like not even an hour later, I'd say like what, 15 minutes, Shami and Burma taking those wickets. Then Joe Root gets 39 runs before getting out, caught in the slips by Virat Kohli. Later, Butler and Moeen Ali drag a partnership to try to seal a draw. In my opinion, that's what they were trying to do. But unfortunately, they both got out without scoring big runs. Then Sam Curran, again, golden duck from him. It's a bit sad, right? But I hope he does well. I hope he does well in the future matches.
Yep.
Then in the end, England bowled out for 120, making India win the match by 151 runs. And then India's bowling was amazing, top tier bowling. The plan was very simple: get wickets and get them fast. They succeeded that, and they constantly just kept getting wickets of the set batsmen. But Siraj was a standout bowler in both innings, had a 4 for in both innings as
Mhm.
well, total of 8 wickets. And Bumrah gets a 3 for, Ishan's getting 2 wickets, and Shami getting 1 wicket. So all around good performance by India, and I believe they deserve this win. Now for some final thoughts, I'd say this was a great match for both teams. It came down to a brilliance last play on day 5, and it became a thriller match. The game was pretty close for the whole time as it was neck to neck, but in the end, India pulled through at the end and got the win, which they fully deserved. Thank you for watching our cricket podcast, where we look at the second test between India and England and gave our thoughts. Stay tuned for future videos and more podcasts. And if you enjoyed this video, please like and subscribe. Peace.